Hi, welcome to Monterey's Cooking. I'm Cookin Pisto, and welcome my guest, Kurt Galdi.
Kurt Galnick, yes. Pleasure to meet you.
How you doing?
Doing great.
Folks, we're at Scheid Vineyards in the heart of Salinas Valley. This is the heart. Now, behind us, we're looking at, these are some of your vineyards, correct?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. In the Greenfield area, we grow
Okay.
about 1,200 acres in this area alone.
Okay, just to give you some kind of idea, the valley is about, we figure about 8
miles
or
across.
8 miles, and we're on the benchland of the valley, and behind us you see nice rolling hills. And now you guys have quite an old operation as far as Salinas Valley goes in vineyards. And you started in, what'd you say?
Well, in 1972, the operation was founded by Al Scheid. It was during that boom period of expansion in the wine industry that occurred in the Salinas Valley in Monterey. So we were right in the middle of that big boom period.
And what kind of grapes do you guys start out with?
You name it. You name it. We have about 20 different varieties in all. Some, though, are very small acreages. However, the big hitters like Chardonnay and Cabernet and Merlot, we have hundreds and hundreds of acres of those varieties.
And can I ask who you sell them to?
Oh yeah, well we do quite a bit of sales to some of the local wineries. For example, this last year we sold quite a bit of grapes to Morgan Winery.
Oh, good one.
And Bernardus is another example.
Very good one.
Hess Collection is one of our customers.
Terrific.
But we also do business with some of the big hitters. You might know UDV, which puts out the label Glen Ellen, for example.
Oh, yes, of course.
And also Canandaigua, which puts out the labels, say Deer Valley and labels like that. So we kind of have business in both arenas, the small, petite arena and also the large player arena.
That's fantastic. Now, how's the fruit quality? Is it, we're fairly constant, I've been told, here in Salinas Valley.
Yeah,
We don't have as many ups and downs. Really.
Oh, you're absolutely right. The rainfall in the area is not too terribly high. We have this wonderful Salinas Valley that's the conduit of water, and so we have a relatively arid environment. That plays for wine quality, as does this wind that we're enjoying.
Yes.
So, frankly, wine quality this year I think is going to be quite outstanding. The hang time, because of the cool season, was extra long this year, so the skin contact to the juice has been extra long. So everybody is anticipating, at least in our region, having a really wonderful year when it comes to wine quality.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, we're going to make a move down to your tasting room. I'm really curious to taste your wines. And I understand you just opened a new one and you're expanding it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
We opened we opened our tasting room last April, or a year ago April, so it's about 16, 17 months old now. And you know, the success of it's been building slowly, but the wines are wonderful, and so it's going to be a great opportunity to share those wines with you.
Well, you know what? I've got some deer meat that we're marinating in some of the wines, and we're going to do some porcini. We got some nice surprises for you.
Look forward to it.
Let's go down to the wine tasting room and let's taste some wines. Well, Kurt, I got to commend you on your beautiful tasting room. I mean, the fact that I've never been into a winery that doesn't have a nice looking tasting room, but yours is exceptional, really.
Thank you very much.
Really nice job. A beautiful merchandise. But now let's get down to the taste here. We're tasting.
What we have before us now is a 1996 Monterey Chardonnay that we made from grapes grown in the Greenfield area. And the wines were fermented on French oak, and after about being on oak about 9 months, they were pulled off and bottled. And what we have here is a wine that's got the marvelous Greenfield characteristic of ripe melons and ripe pears, but with very nice acidic balance. And the French oak flavors come through as well. So very nicely balanced wine, we feel.
Okay, let's taste it. And it's amazing. Everything you said is there. You know, I want to stress to the folks that when you're tasting wines, you look for these flavors because they're there. It's just something you just don't swallow down and forget about. I mean, you gotta, you know, really look for these tastes. They're there, and don't drink the wine too cold either. I think restaurants serve them a little too cold. They should, I think cellar temperature around 55 degrees, and for me is the way I like it.
Yeah, well, slightly warmer allows the wine to volatilize better.
Absolutely.
And you can breathe it and inhale it and really understand the characteristics of the wine better.
It's very, very good. I can say this is delicious.
Thank you very much.
Very well made too. Okay, let's taste the next one. Now what we're trying to do is trying to find the wines to go with some venison that I said we got out of the vineyards, we hope, or we wish I should say, and some wild mushrooms that we're going to barbecue outside. So we're trying to team up some of these wines with that lunch we're going to have. Now what do we have here?
This is the 1997.
Excuse me. How come your glass is that full and mine is this full?
Well, you know how us growers are. Sometimes we can be a little bit selfish.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So what are we drinking here?
We have a 1997 Pinot Noir that was grown from our Riverview vineyard in Soledad. And again, this wine was, although it was fermented in the red style, where the wine ferments in a fermenter and is punched down and goes to that traditional winemaking style, it was aged in French oak for about 9 months after a fermentation, and then it was bottled late in or early in the fall. And we're real pleased with this wine. We see coming through this wine here, you might notice on the nose is a slight mint characteristic. And in the background, it's got kind of a cherry, even a strawberry aroma.
It's delicious. I mean, beautiful nose to it, really. God, it's just delicious. Really, I'm serious. I'm really serious. This is going to be on my wine list at restaurants too.
Fantastic. I'm going to hold you that promise.
You got it. It's very, very, very good. Congratulations. Okay, I'll save this for later. Okay, let's try the next one.
Okay.
And this is going to be the Cab.
Actually, this is the
Oh, the
Merlot.
Merlot.
Yeah, this Merlot is 1996 Merlot. And it was grown in 2 regions. In southern Monterey County down by San Lucas, about half of it, and the other half is grown in the Greenfield area. Makes a very nice complex blend. Once again, the wine was made in traditional red style winemaking, where you ferment the grapes in the red fermenter, punch it down to get maximum color extraction, and then aged on French oak. And again, this time, however, the aging process was quite a bit longer. I believe it was aged for a little over a year.
Wow.
And then bottled, and I think what you'll get out of this is more of a, I want to say, chocolate, ripe tomato kind of.
Very easy to drink.
Yeah, very nice flavor.
The best. It's very, very, very easy to drink. Not that real tannic. This is a keeper too. Okay.
Okay. We'll try the Cabernet.
Good.
And the Cabernet grapes that we grow are grown from the southernmost part of the Monterey County appellation. And
rich nose.
much warmer area. So Cabernet requires real warm climate, I think, to fully mature. And once again, following our pattern of the traditional red fermentations with French oak aging as well.
Very rich. Very, very nice. Very, very good wines. I can honestly say that people should keep your eye out for these wines, folks. These are real good ones. Real nice discovery.
Yeah. Well, pleasure having you here to taste them.
My pleasure. Believe me. I think we ought to take some of. I think we take the Pinot. Maybe we'll take the 3 reds down there. Well, why don't we take all 4 of them down there?
Great.
And let's see if we can't team these up with the food now. Okay. Boy, that is just delicious. Now, let me show you how we're gonna do this. It's just a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna put a little spice here. And with any luck. Now, here's that venison we got. Now, what vineyard did we pull those out of?
That was Viento Vineyard,
Okay. Okay, we're gonna season this up too. And this should sizzle. Yeah, it sizzles. Now, who does the cooking at home?
Well, I split the duty with my wife, actually. She's a modern woman, so I don't get away with just hanging out watching her cook anymore.
Modern woman means she works?
She works and I do the dishes.
All right. It's just the reverse of my house. I cook, she does the dishes. Okay, this venison. Now, you know, this is the venison I marinated in your cab, in the Cabernet. So, we just marinated it with a little garlic, some celery, a little bell pepper, some hot peppers, and these beauties that we found outside just next to your vineyard. These look good. Okay, let's pull another one here. Squeeze one or more here. Okay, that worked. Okay, one up there. Good. All right. So, now another thing I thought would be good here. Somebody told me there were a lot of frogs around here. And you know what? We did find some. So, we cooked them up already. And now frog legs, is that we're gonna make people go crazy with this or what? Come on. We're not children, right? These are frog legs. And you like frog legs?
They're delicious.
Good.
I'm trying to think of which wine's going to go best with frog legs.
We're going to find out. Now these frog legs they're kind of on the spicy side. We did it, you know, a Provençal style with a little tomato, some black olives, a little spice. I don't know. Maybe the Merlot with this guy. And let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, it's cooking right along. Okay. And, you know, I'd like for you to explain some other things about tasting wines. You know, a lot of people have the fallacy red with meats and whites with fish. And, you know, I like to stress to people, maybe you can stress it also, you know, drink what tastes good to you. There's no mystery. And you know, if it tastes good, drink it. If it doesn't, don't, you know.
Yeah, that's our philosophy too. Right. We tend to enjoy reds, I think, with foods that do maybe have a little fat to them. It could be, you know, cheese is good with it, or a salmon with red wines with that nice fatty flavor in it sometimes. So the wine and fish, I mean the red wine and fish myth, I think that doesn't need to exist either. Our Pinot, I think, would be wonderful with salmon.
It should be incredible with salmon. No, really.
And drinking wine with dinner every night is a family tradition for us. So we mix and match our wines and our foods.
Now, Kurt, everyone loves to drink out of the barrel, including me. Now, you know, I'm a lucky guy. We're going to wineries, and the wine just seems to taste better out of a big barrel.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Okay, I'm ready.
You ready? Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to use, you know what this is called, don't you?
Tell me what it's called.
It's called a wine thief.
Okay.
Just like it takes a thief. And winemakers call it that because obviously they're going to be stealing wine out of their barrels.
Now we are tasting what?
This is a 1997 Merlot that was grown here in the Salinas Valley, and it has been aging in French oak for just about a year now. And we'll take it off oak and bottle it, I think, in about February of 1999. And so this wine is soon to be bottled.
Its bouquet is incredible. And it is delicious. Believe me, it is delicious. Very, very good. Folks, if you ever get a chance to taste wine out of the barrel, try it. You will not be disappointed. Very good. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to break and we'll be right back. Kurt, I think these are just starting to brown up a little bit here. A little tough with this wind out here, but they'll just make us a little bit more hungrier. Just waiting for it. And the crew too. I can see everybody's licking the chops out there. There we go. Yes, doing nicely. Okay. Now, anything else you'd like to tell us about the wines and the winery and like how many partners you got involved here?
Well, back in, well, I was saying before, back in about a year and a half ago, we took the company public. So everybody can now be, yeah, we've got a lot of people involved in the company now. Yeah, some interesting developments really on the horizon in Monterey County. A lot of the growers are starting to now work with Bordeaux varieties and some Italian varieties. So we're starting to see kind of a resurgence of some of these more traditional varieties like Sangiovese.
Oh, good one.
And you'll see new plantings throughout Monterey County now emphasizing some new varietals. So the standard Cabernet, Merlot, and Chardonnay, although still important, is really the backbone of the community. But you'll see a shift, I think, to some real specialized wines and some specialized grape growing. So a lot of exciting trends in Monterey County.
What's your opinion of the Sangiovese?
Well, we've been growing it now for 3 or 4 years and trying new training practices and growing practices, and I think we're finally turning the corner with it. We're real excited about the quality of the wines coming out of Sangiovese.
Yeah, I think that's the up and coming one. I think it makes a tremendous wine. In fact, I like the California better than the Italian, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
To me, it's much more drinkable.
Yeah.
No, it's very, very good.
Another variety coming down the horizon, I think, and real popular will be the Syrah, the French Syrah variety. Very intense, rich color, wonderful flavors.
Wow. So what do you drink at home?
What do I drink? You know, I drink a lot of Pinot Noir and a lot of Chardonnay, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And Cabernet when friends come over, you know, treat everybody to a special cab.
Okay.
Well, you know that when we plant new varieties, it takes us about 5 years to get them into full production. And once we bring them into full production, that harvest of a red grape won't be available probably for 3 more years.
Wow, so you're talking 8 years?
Could be 8 years between planting and a finished product that's on the shelf.
And what happens if it's no good?
I think some of those mistakes have been made in the past. You know, we can get egg on our face every now and then.
Talking eight years just to try it out. You got an investment. You've got all that time, and I mean it's a risky business, isn't it?
It is, and you've got to be real careful when you make those decisions on the front end.
Yeah. Well, I think Monterey is really, really coming into its own now. I'm delighted to see so many small vineyards, or the people now producing their own wines and selling them, like yourself, not just growing them now. They're making wines out of it, and I think it's a real bonus for the people, for the public out there to be able to have all these wines available to them. And people that live in Monterey, I mean, you have a wine tasting room. These are perfect outings for our local folks to come out and taste these wines. It's exciting stuff, folks. It really is. You're into wines. Finally starting to get wine tasting rooms out here, and nice people, and you won't be disappointed. Really. Okay, let's flip this guy. Oh, see the marks on there?
Oh yeah.
That's it. That's working now. You know, Kurt, I'd like you to talk about the winemaker. He's from Santa Cruz.
Yeah, a fellow named Steve Storrs. Yeah, Steve Storrs and his wife Pamela, they're the ones that have made all of our wines. And frankly, he's come down to our vineyards, toured the vineyards with me, and basically hand-selected the grapes that we use to craft these wines. He's a talented winemaker, been in the industry about 20 years. So that's Steve and Pamela Storrs of Storrs Winery up in Santa Cruz.
Okay.
He's our winemaker, and again, just a wonderful fella and a talented winemaker.
He knows his stuff, I'll tell you that. Oh, he's doing a good job. Well, I think we're probably close enough to eat here. If we got, I know we have some of the sales staff. Somebody's waiting with the dish there. If you guys want to come up, I'll serve you some of this. I mean, let's give it a shot. It's cooking slow, but it's cooking. We all like frog legs?
Great.
Absolutely. God bless America. Here we go. A couple frog legs. How about nice piece of venison. You like it rare?
Sure.
Okay, this one's still kicking. Watch out. And here's some porcini. Wild mushroom. Okay, let's do it. Hey, who's serving the wine? Oh, there we go. A couple of frog legs. Maybe one frog leg. That's better. Give you pieces of porcino for the senora. Frog drinking. This is what you do at a winery. Everyone thinks you should have fun at a winery. So let's have fun, okay? Go for those legs, man.
Cheers.
Woohoo! Here we go. Here we are. Here we go. Lamb chops. That has the frog legs jumping out at you. Star Market sells the heck out of it. You ever shop there? Good. We got parsley, Mario. I want to thank everybody at Scheid, especially Kurt. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming.
All your staff for putting up with us here, and it's been a lot of fun doing this. And it was a nice discovery tasting your wine. I mean, really seeing where it's grown, and it's really been a pleasure. Folks, it's a real good tip. Hot tip on Scheid. Very good winery. Okay, see you next time. We're going to eat now. Bye.
Cheers.